The position of mayor in Fayetteville heads into a runoff election.
I don't think, though, that we need a task force to tell us that we have more people and not enough houses.
Here when the polls reopen for residents.
3, 2, 1.
Plus, the Christmas season fast approaches. Find out what community events will take place this holiday season.
And I'm here at the Razorback Greenway, one of many sites in Northwest Arkansas that are getting a multi-million-dollar grant to improve. All that and more as UATV starts right now.
Welcome to this Tuesday night edition of UATV. I'm Josh Stroll.
And I'm Lauren Burgess. Thank you for joining us.
The federal government has granted Arkansas millions of dollars to keep the state nickname the Natural State. UATV's Max Honer is live at the Razorback Greenway on Dixon Street with the story.
Thanks, Josh. I'm here at the Razorback Greenway, which is essentially 40 miles of bike highway for residents. Now, the state of Arkansas received $100 million from the federal government to improve trails and lands just like these. I spoke to one local official on how much money Northwest Arkansas got and how they plan to use the money. Northwest Arkansas has the unique challenge of maintaining record population growth and its natural beauty. That is where the Northwest Arkansas Regional Planning Commission, or NWARPC, comes in.
We'll be bringing over $36 million to Northwest Arkansas for those projects.
Executive Director Tim Conklin outlines what the federal grant money will be spent on.
Basically looking at active transportation, so more walking, more biking, then looking at preserving what we value and identify with in Northwest Arkansas, and that's our great outdoor spaces, our outdoor recreation. So the projects that are related to the university are along the Town Branch Trail and the Arkansas Research Technology Park. And so not just for, as I mentioned, active transportation and outdoor recreation, but I think also learning, the ability for students to study these areas and understand the ecosystems and the natural infrastructure and the nature-based solutions.
Now, Conklin also mentioned an e-bike rebate program that Arkansas residents can take advantage of that will put money right back into Arkansans' pockets. And he said, if you like projects like the Laurel Ramble to the right of me, then residents should be excited about this project. For UATV, I'm Max Honer.
Thanks, Max. The Northwest Arkansas Regional Planning Commission encourages residents to give their feedback on plans. They made a survey available to fill out.
Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders announced $48 million in training grants for 19 organizations. These organizations include colleges, trade schools, and nonprofits across Arkansas. The grant aims to prepare Arkansans for in-demand jobs and improve workforce skills. The grants come from the HIRED program, known as the Higher Industry Readiness through Educational Development Program.
This Thursday, the Fayetteville Fire Department will celebrate the opening of its newest fire station in town, Station 2. The new station stands on 113 West North Street. It will house an 11,000 square foot facility featuring 3 apparatus bays and 8 bedrooms. The station received approval in 2019 after a special election occurred where residents voted in favor of a new firehouse, along with other projects in town.
The city of Fayetteville announced a partnership with Ozark Compost and Swap to create a new food waste program starting in January. The program plans to pick up food waste from curbside collections and take the waste to a facility to turn into compost. Once compost becomes available, residents can purchase the compost for their own gardens. Those interested in participating in this program can sign up through the city.
Arkansans should check their fridges after a nationwide recall for carrots. The FDA released a statement warning that organic carrots pose a risk for E. coli contamination. Carrots affected originate from Grimway Farms. Products a part of the recall include whole and baby carrot produce. Those brands include Cal Organic, 365 Organic, Bunny Love, Compliments Organic, and others. This week, 3 cases of E. coli have been reported in Arkansas.
Next Monday, Fayetteville begins its final round of elections for another mayoral race. The election for mayor heads into a runoff as incumbent Lionel Jordan and challenger Molly Ron face each other in the polls a second time. Earlier in November, Jordan received over 46% of the votes, while Ron received 36% of the votes. Both of the candidates have expressed their plan to aid in housing for Fayetteville residents.
Is meeting the national issue with some local solutions. One of those is permit-ready programming.
I don't think, though, that we need a task force to tell us that we have more people and not enough houses.
Fayetteville residents can visit the pool starting Tuesday, and it will go until December 3rd.
A change could be on the horizon for America's education system. President-elect Donald Trump has voiced plans to dismantle the Department of Education. But what would this mean for teachers, students, and schools nationwide? Reporter Brenna Ralston has more.
The Department of Education, established in 1979, helps monitor schools across the country and enforce the rules and regulations that keep children safe.
If Trump's plans move forward, the implications could be far-reaching. Head of the Department of Education Reform, Harry Petranos, has some insight on the impact.
We won't have the level of information that we do today to know how we're faring within the country, within the states, how we fare compared to other countries, and then there'd be less information for making the sorts of decisions and policies you need to improve education going forward.
One of the most vulnerable areas could be the special education programs. These rely heavily on federal oversight to ensure compliance with laws like the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act.
Most likely those functions would move to other departments.
There's also concern about how this could affect aspiring teachers.
One impact might be less funding for education, and that would lead to people changing their views about what they want to do in the future, including not going into teaching.
The timing of these discussions raises additional questions.
Many countries are feeling the effects of the COVID-19 and the school closures, but having more information helps, and having that information at the national level. I think it's a national crisis, so therefore you do need a national response.
Experts say that without federal oversight, we may see longer times before the effects of COVID-19 are out of our schools. For UATV, I'm Brenna Ralston.
Thank you, Brenna. The Department of Education also deals with FAFSA and student loans.
The University of Arkansas appointed a retired U.S. Air Force Lieutenant General as the next president. J.B. Silveria will start the role in January after serving as vice president at Texas A&M and the Bush School in D.C. He previously served as a superintendent for the U.S. Air Force Academy. Silveria will replace Dr. Donald Bobbitt, who held the position for over 13 years.
The Empower program needs peer mentors for next semester. Peer mentors work with Empower students both in class and outside of class. Mentors can inspire Empower students to achieve their goals by offering guidance and support. The mentorship program requires a semester-long commitment over 3 hours per week. A concerning illness is spreading across Arkansas, with new numbers raising alarms. What health officials say you need to know.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Things could be stranger, but I don't know how. I'm going to change this now. Could spend a lifetime trying to figure it out.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Get it.
Get it.
Get it.
Give your town a reason to celebrate, because every Goodwill item you bring home brings job training and more to your community. Goodwill, bring good home.
Some give their weekends. Some devote their entire lives. All we need are the moments of courage, of resilience and ingenuity, devotion, integrity, selflessness and excellence. Full-time, part-time, in or out of uniform. All we need is the best of you. How many moments can you give?
New tonight, experts warn about the rising numbers in cases of tuberculosis. The Arkansas Department of Health reported concerns for the rising number of cases after over 100 occurred since November 1st. Symptoms of this illness include coughing for weeks, chest pains, fatigue, fever, and sometimes weight loss. Over 13 million Americans suffer from active tuberculosis, with the majority of cases being curable.
Registered student organizations are a great way for everyone on campus to stay involved. Thriving Arkansas Communities is relatively new to campus and is making an impact in our community. Molly Tucker is live from Wilson Park with more.
This past weekend, a 5K was hosted by our very own students right here at Wilson Park to raise awareness for lung cancer and lung cancer screening. Thrive is dedicated to improving the lives of low-income residents of Arkansas, specifically in the Fayetteville area.
Thriving Arkansas, it's a nonprofit we started just a little bit over a year ago. Our main purpose is just to give back to the community, help underserved areas. We do food drives, backpack drives. We fundraise for different other nonprofits in the area. Just try to help the community as much as we can.
Students and other members of the community gathered this weekend to participate in this 5K to raise awareness for lung cancer.
Raise money through the 5K to donate towards the American Lung Association. With that money, they're planning on doing free lung screenings for underserved areas. People who need lung screening, they can go in and get a free lung screen.
Their goal is to provide for underserved Arkansas communities with amenities, resource care, and companionship.
And I just wanted to do something where I could do whatever I wanted to do. Anywhere that I saw that needed change, and we wanted to do something about it in our community.
Their next event will be held after this semester. It will be a canned food drive, so be prepared to donate. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Molly Tucker.
Thank you, Molly. To stay updated on these events, check out HogSync and GivePools to get involved with this RSO. Hear about how Northwest Arkansas plans to celebrate.
Celebrating can also mean giving back to the community. Learn more about ways to volunteer this holiday season.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable. The sad reality is, fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kitchen now.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, but with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. And you can change the outcome. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
We all know what it's like to feel alone. But it just takes one new connection. Want to get out of here? To empower many.
This is unbelievable.
It doesn't take a superhero to bring forces together. We all have the power to reach out.
Let's go!
And help someone feel like they belong.
Pretty cool, huh?
We are stronger together.
When people are fed, futures are nourished. They can connect with the world around them, unlock endless possibilities, and thrive. Join the movement to end hunger. Volunteer. Advocate. Donate. Go to feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Home-cooked meals await students staying on campus over winter break. Students may struggle to find an affordable meal option since the dining halls close at 5 on Friday, December 13th. That leaves students staying almost a month without full accessibility to food on campus as food services shut down over the holiday. Students must fill out a form to reserve free meals over break.
The NWA Food Bank plans to partner with local agencies for Thanksgiving. Fayetteville will host 2 dates at separate locations for meal distributions. Meal serving starts on Monday at St. Paul's from 11:30 in the morning to 12:30 in the afternoon. On Thanksgiving Day, those interested can find meals at the Salvation Army starting at 5 at night.
Fayetteville's annual Lights of the Ozarks display begins this Friday. The kickoff event takes place in historic downtown Fayetteville as the public will get to count down the seconds leading to the massive light display. The event will include the lights, family-friendly music, and activities. The lights will continue every evening until 1 a.m. through the end of December. And with the Christmas season quickly approaching, the Salvation Army asked for volunteers to ring the bell for giving this year. Those interested in the long-standing holiday tradition of the Red Kettle campaign can participate. Volunteers can visit the Red Cross's website for links to register. If those interested cannot ring in person, the Red Cross also has a virtual volunteering position to campaign online.
I'm not sure how many of you guys have heard the phrase, if you can't go to the Pacific, then bring the Pacific to you. But Arkansas basketball can and did do both. And a chance for one other Razorback team to join some of the all-time greats in history. Find out how in just a few minutes after the break.
After I came home from Iraq, I could still hear the booms. Makes it hard to be a good mom.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
I'm Naomi Mathis, Air Force veteran.
DAV helps veterans get the benefits they've earned.
Thanks to DAV, I was able to begin to heal.
With the right support, more veterans can reach victories, great and small.
My victory is being able to be here for my children.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
something about having that piece of paper. Some people think that's worth more than my skills.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
You just gotta be so good they can't ignore you.
It's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
Analytics and empathy. That's how I gain clients.
I am more.
I'm more
than who I am on paper.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Everyone deserves to live a full life. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills.
Next.
We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Welcome into UATV Sports. I'm Colin Anderson, and we've got no time to waste, so let's go ahead and tip this thing off with tip-off. The men's basketball team defeated the Pacific Tigers last night. Arkansas led from tip to tail, putting up 91 points in the home win. And it was the Thoreau show all night. Forward was top hog last night with 23 points and 6 boards. On the other side of the ball, Elijah Fisher also put up 23 while playing every minute of the game. One of 2 Tigers to do so. But the impressive conditioning of the Pacific team was no match for the Razorbacks' lights-out shooting. They finished just under 60% from the field while going 9 for 21 from behind the arc. Coach Cal says that despite Pacific's similar shooting success, it was part of his game plan to help eliminate their greatest strength.
All the tape I watched was number 2, number 22, number 1, driving the ball and getting near the basket. And so what we were doing was raking. So when they came by you, you went like that. But what did that open up? 3 ball.
The team, they'll be back here on the Hill on Friday to take on UA Little Rock at 8 o'clock. And while the men brought the Pacific to Fayetteville, the women traveled out to the West Coast to take on 5th-ranked UCLA, and not a good day at the office, to say the least. Lady Hogs lost 101-52. They found out why the Bruins are ranked as high as they are. Arkansas got beat 65-27 on the glass, and when you miss 45 shots in a game, you will lose. No 2 ways around it. They'll try to rebound back home on Thursday against Oral Roberts. And while basketball season is in full swing, another is coming to its dramatic conclusion. You see, generational teams don't come around every day. The truly special not only shatter records, but also their opponents. Think 73-9 Warriors, the 16-0 Patriots, the 1980 Soviet hockey team. But aside from being the best of all time, they all share one other feat. They lost. A job left unfinished. A historic run forever tainted by a single moment. That's the state of the 2024 cross-country season. Oklahoma State comes in as the defending champions, looking to follow up a dominant performance from last year. And they've done it for the most part, spending most of the year as the #1 team, until the Big 12 meet, where they ran into the 2nd-ranked BYU Cougars, who are now the favorites and upset Oklahoma State heading into nationals this weekend. which brings us back to Arkansas, the Underhogs. They've been stuck in third place since the preseason, always trailing the Cowboys and the Cougars. Led by newly crowned SEC Runner of the Week, Patrick Kiprop, and Coach of the Year, Chris Bucknam, they'll look to jump to the top of the podium on Saturday. 31 teams, 3 major players, and a chance for the Hogs to make history this weekend. And while their start is still days away, my finish line is right here. But don't go anywhere because Josh and Lauren have more when we come back after the break.
Today, we face an unprecedented crisis. Tens of millions of refugees have been forced from their homes. But you can make a difference. Turn disruption and despair to hope and opportunity. Even small amounts make a big difference. Provide shelter, support, or jobs in your community. The more we understand, the greater sense of belonging we create. Act now. Visit supportcrisisrelief.org.
I serve for the place I call home.
I serve to protect those around me.
I serve as an intelligence analyst.
I serve as a maintainer.
Because I like fixing things.
I serve because my dad did, and because his dad did too.
I serve to learn things I'd never learn in school.
I serve as an airman in the Air National Guard.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
I know what you're thinking. I need a job. I need a new career.
Well, I've been there.
I've been there.
I've been there. I wasn't happy with what I was doing.
After high school, I didn't have a plan.
I just wanted to start working. I got laid off twice, but you gotta keep going.
You just need the right skills. Find an apprenticeship.
I found a 2-year IT program.
I found a medical course online.
I'm now a consultant in the tech space.
You have more options than you think. You can do this.
You will find something.
You will find something new.
Welcome back. You're looking live at our tower cam and the latest 7-day forecast. A big pattern change arrives by midweek with freezing temperatures forecasted for the mornings of Wednesday.
Besides the cold temperatures, expect beautiful skies through this weekend. Tune in tomorrow to UATV News to see Joshua Wisel's UATV forecast.
The Stewart family Christmas lights display started a few days ago and will run through January 4th.
Visitors can see over 6 million lights and hundreds of inflatables on weekdays from 5 to 10 and weekends from 5 to 11.
Visitors can take part in camel, pony, and train rides.
The lights display sits at 4279 East Wyman Road.
And that is all the time we have for tonight's edition of UATV News. Thank you for watching, and be sure to follow us on our social media. I am Josh Stroll.
And I'm Lauren Burgess. Have a good night, Fayetteville.